Let's bring in your chief meteorologist, Nick Marianos, now to talk about this. Very consistent weather. We like it where we are. This is like the just right weather, I think.
I think so, especially 80s, right?
Right.
You know, it just makes you feel comfortable out there. You get that breeze in the afternoon, you know, and it just feels nice.
Yeah.
No longer the triple digits. We had
we
2
don't need
days of that, and I think we're good for now. Temperatures into the upper 80s right now. Not bad, right? 89 degrees in the city of Sacramento. Stockton running at 91 degrees. Fairfield 83. So we're seeing a little bit of cooling effects coming into the Fairfield area, all thanks to that Delta breeze. Those winds are coming in at about 20 miles per hour. Very typical, though, for this time of day in our area. Otherwise, temperatures up in the Sierra running into the 70s. We've had plenty of sunshine in the higher elevations, although some clouds have been developing with the peak heating of the day. Also seeing just a stray thunderstorm going up on the southern extent of Alpine County down into Mono County. But most of the thunderstorm activity today has been further south into the southern Sierra, and some of these have been producing pretty frequent lightning strikes along with some very heavy rainfall, and we've had numerous flash flood warnings with some of the heavier storms over Southern California today, including a few severe thunderstorm warnings, one of which is over Southern California, another one across southeastern parts of Nevada, and those blue polygons, those are all the numerous flash flood warnings that are in place right now due to those slow-moving thunderstorms well down to the south. We won't see much of that activity at all, but what we will see tomorrow is a little bit more development with these storms in the Sierra further north. And I do expect to see a lot of the activity tomorrow really to be focused along and south of Highway 50. It's going to be important for any hikers up in the Sierra because you never want to run into these storms, especially if you're hiking above that tree line later into the afternoon hours. Best bet is to take those early morning hikes before any storms do develop. Thursday, thunderstorm chances are there, but not as high, about 20% coverage along and south of Highway 50. Rest of the region holding on to more sunshine across the valley and to the foothills, leading to a really nice day setting up for your Wednesday. Morning temperatures, middle to upper 50s for the valley, rising into the lower and mid 90s through the afternoon hours across Sacramento and the San Joaquin Valley. Low dive down to Manteca, lower to mid 90s as well, 93 in Stockton, 94 tomorrow in Patterson, and then across Yolo and Solano County, temperatures generally to the upper 80s toward Vacaville, and then it gets hot as you get north toward Colusa and Sutter counties. Temperatures near triple digits in Colusa and out toward Williams. The rest of the region staying generally to the mid 90s further south across much of the Central Valley, Sacramento Valley, San Joaquin Valley. Otherwise, the foothills running into the 80s there from Grass Valley down to Forest Hill, Truckee and Tahoe. Temperatures staying into the mid 70s. Overall, pretty nice day setting up across much of northern California. Again, the rare exception will be over the highest elevations in the Sierra along and south of Highway 50. But here's your extended forecast. Temperatures taking a little bit of a step back by Thursday, upper 80s, warming up into the mid 90s. Saturday, Sunday is going to feel kind of warm, almost hot on over the weekend. And then also higher thunderstorm chances in the forecast in the Sierra Saturday and Sunday. We do feature a thunderstorm chance really each afternoon, although it's Saturday, Sunday is going to be the best bet for coverage in the Sierra. Tony?